Hello everyone, hope all of you are doing well. So today I come again with a new topic in success factors, and as you see from the thumbnail, we are going to discuss one of the most important and most interesting topic in success factor, that is how to manage comp of compensatory off. So before starting this topic, I'd like to share one thing with you, that is the KPA released by success factors. As you see from the KPA number 2537212, here SuccessFactors already declared that expiry date for comp of leaves. This feature currently is not supported by SuccessFactors. So directly using the SuccessFactors standard features, we cannot achieve this functionality. So today we are going to see what is the workaround of this feature. How we can implement that in the system. Hope this feature also can help you in your project work as well. But before starting that, I like to request everyone, please help to subscribe this channel, as to upload more videos you can get the notifications, and please view the other relevant topics related to success factors that I released in my previous videos. I hope that will be helpful to you as well. So let's start. What is the uh, first step of this configuration is we have to create one leave quota for employees comp off, and how it will look like. It will look like this from employee self-service view, that is the ESS view. And step 2, we have to add balances to that comp of quota that we have created, and after adding balances it will look like this, and this balance addition should be done by accrual rule. How, we will come later, one step by step. And then in step 3 we have to apply some take rule, so that as per company's policy, employee can take that comp off based on some conditions. And if those conditions violated, take rule can restrict employee to apply for a leave like this. I have taken just one sample example, that either you are not eligible to take comp off against this date, or the date is expired. So if how to manage the comp of expiry date, that we can handle from this as well. We'll check that in details step by step. Then step 4 is comp of expiry, means suppose employees comp of quota is created, balance is added to that quota as well, but employee has not taken that leave within a specific period of time as per company's policy, say it is 30 days. So if 30 days is over, then that comp of is expired. So how to manage that, we will see that as well in today's session. So let's go, and as per the step 1, we have to create a leave quota for employees comp of. To do that, we have to configure that time account type, uh, and in that time account type, the account creation type should be permanent. That means that time account going to be created for the employees for lifetime, the end date should be the extreme end date, that is 31st 12 9999, and the level of accrual automation should be automated, and the frequency of that accrual should be daily. That means the accrual will daily check if that employee has worked any non-working day or any holiday or not. If that employee has worked, then one day should be added to the balance. And to avail that leave, now balance is added to the quota, but to avail that leave, we need to have one leave type or time type. So you have to configure one time type as well. And now if we move to step 2, then in step 2 is adding balances to comp of quota. How to do that? So we have to create an accrual rule with the below condition for that. What is that? As we know, comp of means that if employee worked in a non-working day or any holiday, then employee will be eligible to take one day off against that uh, against that working hours in non-working day or holiday. So we to create a accrual rule, we have to check first, has that employee worked today? If the as the accrual rules frequency is daily, so daily it will check, has the employee worked today, and is today is a non-working day for that employee as per employee's work schedule code, or is today a holiday for that employee as per that employee's holiday calendar. So if we satisfy this condition, then we come to know, or system come to know, yes, employee has worked today and today is a non-working day or holiday for that employee. So we have to create this accrual rule. Then step 3, like create a take rule to throw error message if satisfies below conditions. That when employee is going to take the comp off, then one custom field we have to create for that, and that custom field will hold the date against which non-work against which date employee is going to take the comp off. That means suppose employee has worked 1st Jan 2018 and 1st Jan 2018 is the holiday as per that employee's holiday calendar. So employee is going to take one comp off against that day. So we have to create one custom field for that to hold that against which day employee is taking the comp off. So in that take rule, when employee is going to apply for comp off, that comp off against date field we need to check if it is blank or not. If it is blank, then take rule will restrict employee to apply for the leave. Then take rule will check if comp off is already taken for the applied comp off against it or not. Means for 1st Jan 2018 employee, that is a holiday of that employee has worked for that in that holiday and already taken a comp off against that date. So again employee cannot take any comp off against that date. So that check also we need to apply. Then third thing is, within 30 days employee have to take that comp off. So if employee is going to apply for a leave on 1st of March against 1st Jan 2018, then that 1st Jan 2018's comp off will be expired. So that check also we need to apply via take rule. And then step 4, suppose as I already told, that check we have to apply that comp off is expired or not. Based on that we can restrict employee applying for the comp off. Also we need to reduce that balance from the quota as well if comp off is expired. To do that, we need to check if comp off is expired within if comp off not taken within a specific period of time, say 30 days, then one negative value need to be added to the time account quota so that the balance will be deducted from the quota as well. So this is the overall design or overall planning we have done for comp off management. So let's check that in the system how it will work. Hi everyone, in employee time object, in configure object definition, if you go to employee time object, there we need to create one custom field first, and that custom field will hold the value on which date, against which date we are going to take the comp off. To do that, we have created one custom field here, cust comp off against this field, as you see. And the date type, it is a simple field addition, nothing special on that actually. So cust comp off against this field is added as a custom field in employee time object definition, and the type of the data type of this field we have set as date, a simple date field. Now as per our planning, we have to create the time type and time account type first for comp off. So here is the time type we have created for comp off. So via manage data you can create this time type. As you see, as an external name you can put any desired external name. For comp off we have set the unit as days, and classification we have set as absence because this is the leave type. Based on this leave type employee can avail the comp off, and rest of the settings you can set as per your requirement. that is nothing special here related to comp of. As per your requirement, you can set the rest of the things. And here, one time account type, here is the time account type. You can also create it via manage data. um, so as per as I already told in our initial planning, this time type should be permanent account for employee. So the account creation type we have to set as permanent. Unit we also set as days for this time account type as per the leave type as well. And start date of accrual period you can set as per your requirement, first day or whatever it is. And accrual frequency period we have to set as daily, because the accrual rule need to run daily to check if there any new balance need to be added to these employees time account or not, based on employee has worked on any non-working day or holiday or not. And level of automation, accrual automation, these should be set as automated, though I have set as here no automation for testing purpose. If I set it as automate, then I have to go for testing next day, not today, because as per daily basis it will run every day. So if I set as automate, then this rule will execute daily basis and we have to check the test result next day. So for testing purpose only I have set as no automation, and we can go for manual calendar run and check the results. And entitlement method you can set as per your requirement, required as entitled as acquired. And rest of the thing you can set as per your requirement, whatever you can receive from client side. And that's all about this time account type. And the most important thing is the accrual rule. We'll check this rule how we need to build that. So first let's move to create the accrual rule. So here we are going to create that accrual rule. So our first objective is accrual rule that employee has worked in any non-working day or holiday or not. To do that, and how we can check, basically we can check it from employees time attendance basically. So when employee worked in any day, employee have to book the attendance hours in timesheet, and in backend of timesheet those attendance hours are creating each and every attendance type employee time. So if we check in employee time object based on that employee's user ID, approval status, and time type, whatever the regular working hours or any other working hours employee has booked the recording time, then we can come to know, yes, employee has worked on this particular day and the working hours is booked. So let's apply that first. To do that we have to apply this lookup function here. And in this lookup function we try to check that the start date start date equals to, and based on the selection of user, that should be the time account user, and then the time type. Here we have configured for regular working hours, regular time type. You can apply it other working hours as well, means whatever you have configured in your system, and that can be multiple time types as well. In that case you have to apply or condition to apply those multiple time types in this business rule. approval status should be approved, and the start date should be today. So this is the initial check we have applied here to check if employee has worked today or not. Now we have to check is today is an holiday or not, and to check that we have to look up into employees holiday calendar. So apply that rule here. Holiday assignment, so we have to apply these on employees holiday assignment, and let's check date of holiday is equal to today. Date of holiday equals to today. So if some value is picked up and this check is successful, then this condition can be true. Now employee can also work in non-working day as well, so we have to apply that check as well, but that check should be applied here with or condition. So in or condition, so here interesting thing you need to know how we can check employee has worked in the weekend or non-working day or not. That we can check from employees work schedule. Here I applied this trying to apply this rule on a work schedule which is configured as period, not simple work schedule. So in simple work schedule you can adjust a rule based on planned working hours as well. So let's try to apply it first. What I'm trying to do, in when we configure the work schedule code, there we maintain the number of days. That means day 1 it is a working day and the working hours is between these clock hours, or should be within this duration, 8 hours, 9 hours, whatever it is. And if it is a non-working day, we can set the type as non-working day. So we need to check here if the number of day in a week uh, it is a non-working day and it matches to the number of day of today within a week, then that means it is a non-working day for that employee. So let's do it. Let's avoid the confusion and do it here. To apply that, we have to apply one function here, that is day of week. So basically it will return what is the number of day in that week. So that means if it is a Monday, then it will return 1. If it is a Tuesday, it will return 2. If it is a Wednesday, it will return 3. That kind of. And that day should be today. Based on today, it will return this value. And if today equals to that employees, we have to go to that employees work schedule code first. User job information, within job information, here is the work schedule. So you can see within work schedule days for period model we can find the day. So, and in where clause we need to write if it is a non-working day or not. So here the category we have to say it as non-working day. So that means if today today's day of week, that number equals to employees work schedule, as per employees work schedule non-working day, that is number matches. So that is the thing we have to apply here. And if all of these condition is satisfied, then one value need to be posted in employees Comp of Quota. To do that, need to create one time account details. So time account details nothing but one of the dependent object of time account, which contains the posted amount and posting date, those kind of features. So, and this posting type should be accrual, and posting date should be today. Amount posted, that value should be 1. Amount and the unit should be whatever configured based on time account type. That unit, whatever configured based on time account, either it is a days or hours, whatever it is, it will post. And the external code should be get external code for time off. So it will generate this external code for this time account details in time account. So this is all about the first rule, first step of the accrual rule, which will post the value or balances to the employee's comp of quota if employee has worked in holiday or non-working day. So let's save this rule. To employees comp of quota, and now we have to create one take rule so that employee can we can apply restrictions to employee when they are going to take the comp of leaves against this comp of quota. So let's do it. We have already created one take rule. Let's check it how we created that. One take rule we have applied, and that so in the first block you can see we have checked whether the comp of against date, that custom field is blank or not when employee is going to apply for a leave. If it is blank, then we have to throw one error message that please provide comp of against date, because we have to capture against which date employee is going to take the comp of. So for that's why the first logic is based on that. To apply this logic, as you see, we just applied this condition that time type should be comp of time type, and the comp of against date that is equals to null, that means that is not filled up, then this error message will trigger. Then the second block, we have to check whether the comp of against date employee put in that field, comp of against date field, that comp of against date is already being used or not. That means employees already taken leave against that comp of against date or not. To check that, we have applied this logic where time type equals to comp of time type, and comp of against date is equals to, within employee time we have applied this lookup function to based on these criteria: employee time user, comp of time type, and status is approved. If something is found, that means employee is already taken leave against that comp of against date, then we'll throw this error message comp is already taken against this date. And the third block, here we have to check whether the comp of against date that employee is putting, that is more than 30 days, or the date employee is putting in comp of against date, that date should be a non-working day, or that date should be belongs to the comp of quota what we just created from that postings or not. So to check that, we apply these lookup in time account details, where basically the comp of quota balances are storing. There we have to check what is the posting date of that. Based on the time type user, this condition, and date plus the posting date should be within 30 days, not beyond 30 days. So if these conditions both satisfied and comp of against date is not equals to that date, then we have to throw this error: either you are not eligible to take comp of against date, comp of against this date, or date is expired. That is the thing. So these three conditions we have created in tech rules. Last and important point: how to reduce the balance from comp of quota when comp of is expired. So let's check it, and I request you to watch this video till the end. When we go for the testing, then the scenarios will be more clear how these rules are working. So keep watching. So to add that deduction rule, we have to extend this already created accrual rule, because this is the only place where we can apply this deduction rule. To extend that, I am going to add another block here. And first of all, the logic is we have to check first whether the comp of quota balance is more than 0 or not. If it is 0, then the deduction should not happen. So first simple logic is balance should be more than 0. This one, calculate balance, we can use, and the balance date should be today's date, and the time account should be the employee's time account, and that should be greater than 0. Then only this deduction should happen for comp of expiry. And the second thing, we need to add here more than 30 days or not, and to check that time account details, because there only the quota balances are stored. Here we need to check first the posting date here, that is equals to more than 30 days from today or not. So we are applying this function date plus base date should be today, and number of months should be 0. We don't need any month, or you can apply the month as well if it is 1 month or something. I am applying the number of days, and here the number of days minus 31. So as this accrual rule is executed in daily basis, because we have set the frequency as daily, so daily basis this today days is getting changed, and then that rule will check from today minus 31 days before if any accrual is getting posted in employee's time account or not. And if it is posted and leave is not taken, then only it will be deducted. And in the work clause, we have to set reference object as I already shown you. And creating the time account details, we put the reference object as employees user ID. So I'm just putting it here. This is a trick you need to just notice here. You have to apply this time account user as a reference object in time account when you are going to post this time account details in employees time account, else you cannot trace that. And second thing is amount posted should be greater than 0, because in the same time account, when employee is going to apply for a leave, that data is also going to be posted, and then the balance is posted as minus in means in negative. So we have to check whether whether the balance is greater than 0, that means that balance is posted from the accrual, not from the employee's leave. And the last thing is the posting date, whether it is 30 days before or not. So this rule is now completed, and now another thing we need to check here, whether employees already avail the leave against this posted date or not. To check that, we have to look up into employees employee time. There we are storing the date against which employee has taken the leave in uh, uh, in the field called Comp of Against field. So we have to choose select Comp of Against field is equals to, I am applying the date plus base date should be today, number should be 0, and number of days should be minus 31. And in here in the where clause you can apply that employee time user should be time account user, employee time type, that should be the comp of time type we have configured, and the approval status as well should be approved. So what actually, in summary, what actually we configured here, first thing we configured whether the balance should be more than 0. Second thing we configured whether uh, the time account posting date is more than 30 days or not. And the last thing we check in this condition, it should be is not equals to. So if all of three conditions are satisfied, then only we have to post a minus value in employees time account. The same thing, create time account details. The decimal value we have to post as negative, so we have to choose one function called opposite sign and post the value in decimal as -1, and the external code should be generated from this function get external code for time off. Posting date should be today, posting type should be accrual, and unit should be time account type. Now, now one condition can be in the same day we need to add one value into employees comp of, and in the same day one comp of is also expired. So on the same day one value need to be added, one value need to be deducted as well. And to do that we have to apply another block combining these two blocks logic, and it can be applicable. Now enough of this configuration, let's check how it is working for the employees. So it's time for testing. Now for testing purpose, we have chosen two employees. One employee is demo emp user, another employee is demo emp2. So I have opened the time account of those employees. As you see, the comp of time account is already created for those employees, and for the first employee, one time account record we have created that is exactly 30 days before, so that we can check from this employee when the accrual rule will run. uh, this day this posting should be deducted from the quota or not. That means a negative posting should be added here or not, because no comp of is taken against this posting, for against this posting of the date 15th August 2018, and it is exactly 30 days before. And for the second employee, there is no time account details is posted. That means the quota is now zero balance. So for this employee, we have to create um, for this employee, we are going to first for this employee we are going to add working time for a holiday. We just added today as the holiday for this employee's holiday calendar, and we are going to put the working hours for today, so that system can understand, okay, employee has worked today and today is the holiday. And for that reason, when we going to execute the accrual rule, then one value should be posted here. So first go here, that is these employees demo mp2 employees timesheet. Here I am putting the hours. So today is the holiday I have set for that employee holiday calendar. AUS holiday, you can see when I'm moving the cursor, AUS holiday, uh, and now submitting that. So it is now submitted. Now we have to run the calendar, time of calendar. As I already set these accrual type as manual for testing purpose, you can set it as automated. That is the comp of time account type, comp of day. I'm just running for today, so 15th September 2019, and saving it. Now let's run it. So now the run is finished. Now let's check what is the result. I'm refreshing this one. Oh, demo emp2, where it was blank earlier, now one date is posted as expected. That means accrual rule is working. And for demo employee 2, I'm refreshing this one as well. Demo employee, where one day should be deducted as per the accrual rule. Let's see it's happening or not. Yes, one minus day posted. And if you notice the reference object we set as the employee ID, it is reflecting here as well. This is the trick you have to remember for this. So that means here comp of expiry is working, which as per the KPA is SuccessFactor told is not supported. So we have applied this workaround here. Comp of expiry is working. Now let's go to one employee's view, ESS view, and try to apply one leave against one comp of date. Uh, So we came here to employee EMP demo EMP2, that employees view here. And as you see, one comp of day is added as per the accrual rule. Now we are going to apply one leave for that employee. So when we are going to apply for a leave, suppose I'm choosing here one day 21st February, but if I don't put the comp of against date, automatically the take rule is triggering one error message, please provide comp of against date. So first condition of the take rule is working. Now if we put the comp of against day uh, as any random date which is not the actual date where when employee worked for comp of, then these error message is triggering either you are not eligible to take comp of against this date or this date is expired. So second condition of the take rule, it is also working. Now if we put the actual date when employee worked for the comp of, means 5th September 2018, that is just posted, we posted now against that date, that is a valid date, that's why no error message is coming as per the time of take rule. So our configuration is working fine for the comp of management purpose. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I enjoyed a lot on preparing this configuration, as this is very challenging for me, and it was very interesting and joyful as well when configuring this kind of feature in the system, especially when SF told it is not supported in the system and we are able to do that by this workaround. It is really wonderful achievement for me, at least from my personal point of view. So hope you also enjoyed this video, and hope you learned something new today. So keep watching, happy learning, and don't forget to subscribe, please. Request. Thank you. Thanks a lot.